Welcome to the Fan of History. I am the Fan of History and I'm just gonna mention this article. There's a link in the show notes. This is the site Badass of the Week. And it featured Ashurnasirpal at some point. 14th February this year. So I just like to quote a lot of stuff from this because this article is brilliant and gives you a great picture of what Ashurnasirpal is like. Ashurnasirpal II is the epitome of everything you would ever want out of a psychotically deranged, vengeance-sucking, ancient, conquest-mongering megalomaniac who drove his jet-fuel-powered chariot across a road paved with corpses so he could kill a lion with his fists. A man who responded to the slightest protest against his power by epically crushing his enemy into bone meal, ferociously grinding their powdery remains into glass with his massive iron fist, and then using that skull-forged glass to make a stylish designer necklace for whichever goddess he was currently boning. An unflinching white-knuckled hard-ass who lived in an opulent gem-encrusted palace and literally used the broken bodies of his enemy to build towering monuments to his eternal might. This old-school, biblical-style murder lord was one of the first true continent-spanning conquerors in human history, and seriously not the kind of guy you wanted to see standing across you on a dusty Mesopotamian battlefield. Yeah, cavalry, killing lions with his bare hands, getting back rubs from gods. Yeah, fighting. The concept was simple: ensure compliance through extreme brutality. Be warm, kind and accepting to cities that surrender to you. Make an example out of one town that resists. And make that example so fucked up that nobody would ever dare think about opposing your godlike might again. It is a concept that Ashurnasirpal helped institute, and guys like Genghis Khan and Tamerlane would utilize to force entire civilizations into capitulation. Let's see, there is more good stuff here. As you can probably imagine, most of the Mesopotamian tribes really weren't interested in having their skinless corpses turned into art by macabre interior decorators, and one by one the cities and towns of the Fertile Crescent fell before the might of the revitalized Assyrian Empire. Ashurnasirpal face-speared his father's hated rivals in the north, massacred rebels in the west, and drove his chariots east through Phoenicia, which is to the west, impaling and burninating his way from roughly present-day Baghdad until his warriors ceremoniously washed the blood from their spears by dipping them in the Mediterranean Sea. Kings from across the land brought him tribute: ebony, silver, gold, tin, copper, linen, cedar, and monkeys, both large and small. Ashurnasirpal makes a point of noting this in his autobiography, which, as you saw, is fucking chiseled into rocks the size of refrigerators. Well, his palace, etc. Read this article, it's great, and it summarizes a lot about what was Ashurnasirpal II. But this is my final speech about him. In the 850s part 1 episode, he is around, but yeah, we are soon going to move on to Shalmaneser III, the son of Ashurnasirpal.